Hello folks, Jim Hansen here, and I'm the author of this video wherein we're showing you how to take out-of-screen shots with your Fujifilm 3D camera or any other 3D camera for that matter. Now don't forget to watch this with your glasses and set the video on 1080p with full screen mode is best. Now this is an out-of-screen shot of me with my fist sticking out, and it's a pretty decent out-of-screen 3D. Not too much, just about the right amount. When you start getting closer to the fist, it would come out of screen more, but it's just about the right amount. This photo comes out of the screen just about the same amount, not too far, just a little bit out of the screen, and is again a decent photo of that we took down in Anaglyph, Jamaica, of this young man on the beach. It's a decent out-of-screen photo. This photo, the ladies were having a good time and just stuck their beers out. Again, just about the right amount out of screen. You might notice with this photo and the last one that everything's centered, and with this one, centered, and just a small amount of out of screen. Not too much. It can be too much sometimes, but this is a good one. Now here with my fist out again, I feel we got in as close as really you should get for out of screen video. You get in much closer than this, and it starts to become hard to focus and distorted. And if you look at my other video on this subject, you'll see that. So this one is an example of the extent to which things should come out of screen in a 3D photo. Which leads us to this photo where the jar being held out again. It's out of screen about as far as it should go. Beyond that, it becomes, like I say, it becomes hard to focus. Here we had a gentleman pose handing me a bag of nice fresh fried fish, and he held it out just right, and it came out, I think, perfectly. And in this one, the lady at the Chinese food store was handing me a bag of food. And actually, this was my first out-of-screen shot, and it came out almost perfect. The only flaw in the shot is at the very top, the tie to the bag is just off frame. So if you look closely up there, it's not 3D up there, but it holds out nicely 3D down below. And that's an important lesson to learn about out-of-screen. If anything is out of the frame, top or bottom, left or right, it will not show 3D there. It might show 3D in the rest of the photo like this one does, but not where it violates the frame. So always try and get your out-of-screen stuff to stay within the frame. Here you see this this rule in place. We cut off his head from the top of the frame, and that's, first of all, a bad picture, but second of all, it diffuses 3D. But fortunately, this bowl of Jamaican akis is sticking out enough where it overrides that. So it just becomes a bad photo, not a bad 3D photo. This photo, we also almost cut her head off, just a little bit. And that's the problem with taking it out of screen 3D. You're constantly fighting to keep the bottom and the top of the photo in the frame, the bottom and the top of the subject, in order to get the out of screen 3D to work. In this one, I had to cut just a hair off the top of the young lady's head, but I was able to get the out-of-screen shot beautifully. So it was a necessary evil. The same with this photo. Just had to cut a little bit off the top of the head, but the out-of-screen came out beautifully. This photo of her sister. These are both what I consider real good 3D shots. Now in this photo, I was able to catch the top of his head. I didn't cut it off, but I cut off his elbows. And had I not cut off his elbows, the piece of paper he's holding would have come out of screen so much better. The same thing happened here. Cut off the elbows. This is my wife. We're always kidding her about sitting around and doing nothing but sucking bonbons. So she was holding out her bonbon ice cream for a gag photo that we took down in Jamaica. But unfortunately, I cut off the bottom of her arms, and it didn't come out as well as it could have. Now, usually with outer screen, the subject poses for you and you set the pose. But in this particular shot, my granddaughter did not want to be photographed, so she threw up barriers, and I just happened to catch her foot hanging out of screen. Sometimes you can get them inadvertently also. Here, she's trying to pull her mother's hand in the way, but she wasn't able to do it. And again, it was just a fun photo, and you end up with an out-of-screen shot. The next couple of shots are objects, like this sign. This sign was hanging off a tree down in Jamaica, so we took a picture of it. Or this ruler, just a plain old ruler sticking out from the desk. Makes a great out-of-screen shot. Or this clipboard. Again, we just make a great out-of-screen shot by taking a picture of an item. Children love 3D. They absolutely adore it, and so they immediately go for out-of-screen shots. This child holding out this item, or this child holding out her phone, her hand, speak to the hand gesture. Or this couple of kids just making the peace sign. By the way, this is an interesting photo, because when you take photos of people, they should never stand side by side. And this is the one exception where these two kids are standing side by side, but the one girl sticks her fingers out to bring out the 3D in the shot. And it works, and it brings an out-of-screen shot of the peace sign. The next two shots are of a couple of band members, both with the neck of their guitar, or their bass, sticking out into the screen to bring forth the outer screen potential of 3D. They're good shots. When you take pictures of people that are at a picnic or having a good time, having a few drinks, they'll right away stick that beer out into the screen to bring out the outer screen 3D. And it works. This series of pictures, people are just putting their beers out on display. And this one especially, he's displaying that beer real well. And it comes out of the screen nicely. And then finally, this couple in the restaurant, with the one lady holding out her glass of wine. Again, the outer screen comes out of that. All outer screen shots, pretty much, except for occasional few, are posed. So people will just take whatever's handy to them and stick it out into the camera and see what comes out of it. Here's a gentleman who was in our office, just picked up the paper clips and a paper clipper stapler and put it out there. And one of the guys that works with me, Mike, he put out this vase. This lady just got married, and so she just stuck her bouquet straight out to get that out-of-screen 3D effect. The next three people just stuck their finger right out into the camera. Came out very nicely. This gentleman was his wife, and this fella was very good idea the way he did it, putting out both fingers. And then this gentleman stopped in the office one day and just stuck his finger right in the camera. Worked very well. Well, folks, that's about it as far as outer screen 3D goes. I just want to say goodbye and wish you luck. I hope you pick up a camera. The Fujifilm W3 is available today for under $400, maybe even under $300 in some places. And you can just take these pictures like I did. I'll use all automatic settings. And you get some really amazing pictures. They'd be great for the family. You can hold them for years and years and look at them 20 years later, and you see these miniature yous, mini-me's on the screen look like little dolls, especially the children. Wonderful for kids, wonderful for everybody. Well, thank you.